saw you, I was so nervous to talk. Happened so fast, went from so lonely to falling asleep in your arms. I used to be afraid to fall in love.
What's up, it's Jan back at it again with another nerdy bookish video. This is gonna be my cramming vlog for the month of March, and there will be a 24-hour readathon within it. Hello everybody, good morning. It's actually like almost 9 o'clock now, but I did start the readathon at almost 7. I'm gonna do the timer method for 12 hours, 12 hours. It's currently the 29th of March and there are obviously 31 days. So the goal is to read 12 hours today, 12 hours tomorrow, which is Sunday, and then Monday I have work, so I won't be able to read as much, but however many pages I read on Monday, I'll just add to the total. But yeah, we're gonna do the stop and start method because we are going to be doing things. We're gonna go to a horror bookstore together, hopefully find the new Junji Ito, Liminal Zone 2, I think is what it's called. I started the morning with The Fall Risk because I thought I would finish it in like an hour because it's 82 pages and I wanted to gain momentum. But then I was like, let's walk over to Dunkin'. So we got Dunkin' and then I did dishes and now it's almost 9 o'clock. So we're gonna start with The Fall Risk and then I'm gonna continue Deep End by Ali Hazelwood because I did post a poll for my top tier on Patreon to vote on which book they definitely want me to read in my cramming vlog, and Deep End won, which is great because it's actually on my March hopefuls list. I get FOMO every time I see another good review on Instagram or wherever else. I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I've read The Love Hypothesis, I've DNF Check and Mate, and I read all the novellas. Oh, and I read Bride. I always forget about Bride because it's so different from all her other books. But Deep End, I know it gets a little kinky. I know the premise. I've heard people talk about it too many times now, so I'm excited to finally get it out of the way. So that's gonna be my longer book that I'm gonna like chip away at in between shorter books. That's usually what I like to do during these readathons. Oh, Joey is also gonna do his first readathon, his first timed readathon. Well, first readathon in general. He's gonna do a 12-hour one, and my Carmilla patrons want an extended cut. So we are gonna vlog, but don't worry for you Joey haters, he won't be in this video.
I'll be where people actually care.
It's gonna be fun. He's gonna read some extreme horror, finish a current read. I'm probably gonna try to finish a current read as well. I also want to try to get to a graphic novel from the library that I have as a palette cleanser. That's the game plan for now. I will update y'all when I finish The Fall Risk, I guess. I really wish this was a full novel because I'm already connected to the characters. I don't know how Abby Jimenez does it. I know people say it all the time, but I've only read Part of Your World by her. I'm excited to read everything else she wrote. This is about these two people who live in the same apartment building, like across the hall, I think. They wake up one day and their stairs are missing and they live on the second floor, and the landlord was like, my bad. I told the construction company apartment 60 or whatever. They took out the stairs in apartment 16 instead, or vice versa. I don't remember. And so it's like a forced proximity situation. They're kind of stuck at their apartment for 3 days because they'd rather do that than go to a hotel because like same. They're like, oh, tragic. We're trapped in our apartment for 3 days and we get free rent. So then they're starting to hang out, have coffee together, get to know each other. I'm excited. It's already so funny. There was this one part, hold on, I highlighted it. This is only 82 pages like I said, so I should be done within the next hour. I'm already 46% through, so hopefully less than an hour. His fish's name is Swim Shady. And she goes, is he the real Swim Shady? I thought that was so funny. Like, how creative. That's something I would name my fish, to be honest. All right, 46% through this. I'm liking it. And now we're gonna do Joey's intro, so I'll see you in a bit. Hope you enjoy this vlog. Oh, if you're new here, my cramming vlogs are usually the last week of the month, but in this case, it's the last 3 days because I really wanted to do a 24-hour readathon. All right, happy reading and stuff if you're reading also. Hope you're reading a good book today. Oh, that's Alexis's outro, and I think it's the cutest thing ever. I'll link her channel down below. She's great. Okay, love you. Bye. All right, y'all. I finished my first book. We are at 10 hours and 35 minutes. Finished The Fall Risk. I don't even care. I'm giving it 5 stars. I don't even care. I was not expecting it to have this much plot for that short of a story. There was a pretty intense plot in it. The woman, I already forgot her name, Charlotte, was going through something prior to moving to this apartment, and it made her fear for her safety. And I don't really want to go too into it because it is so short, so you find out fairly quickly, but there's something that makes her fear for her safety, and Seth is just there to like keep her safe. He just cares so much about her. Yeah, it was fast because it was short, but like I don't really care about insta love. I don't mind it. I say this all the time. I don't mind insta love if it's done well, and in this case it was done well. The little things that he did to show her that he cares for her and how they translated to such bigger gestures, bigger meaning to everything, because it really just affected her safety. There was also this like orange peel theory that the best friend, I love the best friend too, Izzy, who's dating Seth's best friend. They're super cute, but yeah, the orange peel theory was funny, and I tested it on Joey, by the way, and he passed. I'm gonna do a fun fact on oranges because that was a thing. But yeah, it was super cute. It was so wholesome. I love the ending. I love the character growth. I love the epilogue. It was perfect. They were originally green, not orange, and they're technically berries because they're fleshy, soft, have seeds, and are derived from a single ovary. The color orange is named after the fruit, not the other way around. So the fruit came first. That's wild. That was the one. Whoa. I think I could still go for the romance vibes, so I will be continuing Deep End for a little bit. I'm thinking maybe 50 pages or so, and then maybe I'll switch to Solo Leveling Volume 1, which is the graphic novel from the library. I have so many library books out. I'm gonna update my bullet journal and everything, and then we'll continue Deep End, and I feel like I'm gonna get sucked into that book right away. It seems like a quick read because that also has short chapters. I don't remember if I mentioned. And then I think once Joey finishes his first book or first and second book, then we'll go to the bookstore. Oh my god, I also forgot to mention that Seth is an arborist, so he knows a lot about trees, right? And the sycamore tree line that he said at the end, again, if you know, you know, that was iconic. I was laughing. It packed a punch. I don't even know what to say. It was so good. And then he had a bunch of like tree puns too. So it was so entertaining for an 82-page book. Again, I really wish this was a full novel. Can't wait to read more Abby Jimenez. I'm gonna update my bullet journal now. I made it to, I'm using my Don't Be a Dick bookmark from Gigi and Bo. I figured it went with the subject matter. I'm 46 pages in to Deep End. We are already in it. If you haven't heard about this book yet, there is this woman, Scarlett Vandermeer, who is a D1 diver, and then an Olympic gold medalist swimmer, Luke. He's Swedish. I don't remember how the narrator said his name, but he is dating her friend. I already forgot her name. Oh my god. What is her name? What is her name? Penelope, who I believe is also a diver. Anyway, they were dating, but he's into kinky shit. She's not. Scarlett finds out. Scarlett's like, hey, maybe I could help you guys fix your relationship because I'm also into kinky shit. So you could ask me any questions you want. No judgment here. Just let me know. And then Penelope is like, you know, I don't want to like hold him back. I also don't want to hold myself back. Like, I want to flirt. I want to sleep with other people. I haven't lived yet. So then they break up and she's like, we'll find each other again. We're meant to be. And I was like, bold statement. Okay. So then they go to like this get together with the team. Luke's there and she is like all tipsy and she's like, you know what you guys should do? You guys should have sex. Best idea in the fucking universe. So we're gonna see where that goes. Seems like it's just gonna be like an arrangement type thing for most of the book, and then most likely real feelings will emerge. Also, I didn't know until recently that this edition has art inside. Like, that's rare for paperbacks. But I think it's becoming more and more common. I also love the embossed, subtle water drips. It's on the back too. I think this is just a very well-crafted book. That's why I'm not tabbing, but I am highlighting and writing. I just don't want to ruin these edges, which is ironic because I usually don't like water. I don't like that this reminds me of a pool because I could just smell the chlorine just looking at these pages. I emphasized the wrong part of that word. I think this is cool. I'm just gonna keep it nice and pristine and I'll just highlight. I love the short chapters. I think earlier I said there were 50 chapters. There's almost 70 plus an epilogue. So hopefully I fly through this, but we're gonna go get ready to go book shopping. I'm technically not supposed to buy books, but like, who cares?
Who cares?
Life's too short.
She's not buying a book. I'm buying a book for her.
But what if I want to buy a book? What if I just want to say fuck it?
That goes against your rules.
I don't care. Who's gonna stop me?
If you buy a book when you're not supposed to, it means you have to get rid of 10.
I already did that. I already bought Sunrise on the Reaping for $11 on Pango.
Cause why not take crazy chance? Why not? Why not do a crazy dance?
We just watched the Lizzie McGuire movie with my patrons, and it was a really fun, nostalgic time. And Joey cracked up at the "Sing to Me, Paulo" line because he didn't realize when it was, and it was very like intense, you know? It's like, "Sing to me, Paulo."
He says it all the time.
I do say it all the time, like when I'm singing by myself.
I didn't realize it was actually from that movie. And so when the line came up, I was like, oh shit.
I'm always like singing randomly, you know, and breaking out in song. And I want Joey to join me when I know he knows the lyrics. And I'm like, "Sing to me, Paulo." Anyway, okay, we'll catch you in some B-roll at the bookstore. I'm gonna be driving for once, which I never do. So if this video never sees the light of day, it's because we're dead from my driving. Okay, bye. All right, we are back from the bookstore and my mom's house. We had lunch over there, and this is what I got. So Joey bought me the new Junji Ito. I'm so glad it was there. I think I'm actually gonna read this today during this readathon, during this vlog. I think I'm gonna read up to page like 100 of Deep End because I am liking it so far, and then I'm gonna go to Liminal Zone 2. I got Shy Girl by Mia Ballard. This is, I believe, my favorite book of March. This might go in my top 10. So I was like, I need a physical copy and I want Joey to read it too. I got this cutie. I almost got another neon pink horror book called The Divine Flesh, but I was feeling this more. This is another like weird horror about someone who works with beets, sugar beet harvest, and things just get weird. I don't know. And then this I've never seen. Actually, I think it was on my want to read. It's called The Sapling Cage by Margaret Killjoy. I've never heard of this author before, but I've seen this cover. This is witchy, it's queer, it has social commentary, I think. It just seems like a good time, and it has good reviews. So when I'm in the mood for a witchy time, like, look how beautiful. I love all the books that I got, even though I wasn't supposed to buy books, but who cares? Life's too short and so am I. I'm now going to proceed. We wasted a lot of time. I guess wasted is harsh. Spent a lot of time not reading. Let's go with that. I am at 9 hours, 58 minutes, and 36 seconds. I have energy drinks. I got Ghost Energy. I got the red Sour Patch flavor and America Pop, which I've never tried. So I think I'm gonna go with this for now. I do need an energy boost. Joey's napping. I can't fall asleep. I cannot fall asleep. Let's resume and do this thing.
I hope we don't fail to see the beauty of being free. Don't forget what you love the most. I just wanna keep you close, so we have to give it one more try.
Hello. It's now 5:35 and I finished book 2 of the readathon. I also got 100 pages into Deep End, and then I slept for 13 minutes. Okay, specifically 13 minutes, and then I got up, sat upright, got off the couch, I sat in a desk chair and read this. I'm giving it 5 stars again. I love when I acquire a book and read it either the day of or shortly after. It's just so satisfying. 5 stars. I really loved the last story, despite the turtle tragedies, but I read the author's note at the end, and Junji Ito apologizes for what he did to the turtles in the last story, which I thought was adorable. The first story was wild with all the dust. There were so many just classic Junji Ito illustrations. I had such a fun time. This is a collection of, I believe, 4 or 5 stories. I love his story collections the most, as opposed to the ones that are all one continuous story throughout the whole book. I gotta get Liminal Zone, the first volume, because I don't even have that. I didn't even know it was a series, but they're completely different stories. Maybe they're set in the same town, I can't remember, but I just love how his books look. I can't get over it. I'm gonna do a fun fact on turtles. I don't don't think I've ever done any on turtles. Baby sea turtles are called hatchlings. They generally have no teeth. They have strong beak-shaped jaws covered in keratin. I feel like I knew this. How many hearts do turtles have? Turtles have 1 heart with 3 chambers, 2 atria, and 1 ventricle, which is typical for most reptiles. What do turtles like to do for fun? Basking, swimming, exploring, and foraging. What is unusual about turtles? They breathe air and lay their legs on land. Their eggs on land. The oldest turtle ever recorded passed away at the grand old age of 188. There you go. That's as good as it's gonna get, apparently. Sorry, I thought that was gonna be more exciting. But yay, book 2. I'm gonna read another 100 pages of Deep End, I think. We'll see what I do in between, or if I get so sucked in I read more than that. But that's kind of the game plan. Just keep switching to the longer book for 50 to 100 pages and finishing shorter books in between. Literally sweating. Literally sweating. I'm 162 pages in. I didn't even know what to do with myself. I'm here rolling on the couch. I'm loving it. Why am I loving it so much? I was not expecting to love this so much. Wow. See, at first I was like, I don't know if I can deal with the accent of the narrator on top of the mumbliness. And, you know, male narrators, it's very hit or miss for me. But I'm kind of used to it now. Oh, yeah. Yep. This is unlike anything I've read before. The whole premise of the friend being okay with it and just the dynamic of everyone involved. It's fascinating. Honestly, it's fascinating. I am kind of annoyed by the
So 50 Shades.
that Penn keeps saying. It has been only 3 times in 160 pages, so it's not awful, but I have a very strong feeling that it's just gonna continue. It's gonna persist, if you will. But yeah, I'm loving it. Love the writing. Love how this book feels. And I don't mind the audiobook at all. I'm sweating. My hairline is sweaty. My nape is sweaty. It's so good. Hi, we're back on the couch. I'm now 266 pages into Deep End. Still liking it. Still loving it, actually. I just love how this paperback feels. It feels so nice. I think I made the right choice with not tabbing, because I just love these edges. In terms of the plot, I feel like I could do without as much swimming diving talk. The part that just happened, where it was like the middle of the night, and she did something, and it was like a proud moment, that was cute. Also, right before that, there was like a heart-to-heart moment. They shared some backstory things from their past that explains certain things and like why they are the way they are, and I always love that in romances. It could still possibly be a 5, but I'm really liking the power dynamic between them. One of my patrons called it a spicy direction telling or something like that, or instruction giving, and I love that. He's super respectful about everything. He really does care about her, so I'm liking where this is going. I wonder if there's gonna be like an interconnected sequel or something following other characters, but I don't know who they would even follow in this case. I'm liking this way more than I thought. We are actually going to take a break soon and play Scrabble. Maybe I'll read until page 300, maybe, possibly. I'm at 6 hours and 10 minutes left on my timer. But Joey just bought us a new Scrabble board and we want to test it out. So yeah, 6 hours, 10 minutes exactly. I really don't think I'm going to stay up till 3:55 a.m. So we're just going to roll them over to tomorrow and hope I get up early. But the goal is to finish this tonight. I just don't know what I want to read next. I might still want to read physically. I've also been perusing my shelves to see if there are any other short books that I would like to read. I'm not in the mood for another graphic novel right now because I did read that manga. So Solo Leveling will be maybe tomorrow or Monday, to be honest. It might be the last book that I read of the month or something. I think I'm done with romance after this for this vlog. I always like to have a good mix as much as I can. I'll talk to y'all, I guess, after our Scrabble game. Ew. Ooh.
We've upgraded.
Give it a spin.
Spin for me, Paolo.
Spin for me, Paolo. I need to get off this couch. But I got 300 pages in. I need a shower. This will be the last time I update because once I shower and wash my hair, this camera will not see my face until the morning when I'm presentable again. I've also chosen my next read, I think, for realsies because this is pretty freaking cool. I think I'm gonna read Alphabetical Diaries by Sheila Heti, who wrote Pure Color, and I read last year. in like July. One of my patrons, Destiny, recommended this. I didn't even know this author had another book, but I had no idea when I bought it that they're literal diaries. Okay, so it says she collected 500,000 words from a decade's worth of journals. She put the sentences in a spreadsheet and sorted them alphabetically. She cut and was left with 60,000 words of brilliance and mayhem, joy and sorrow. These are her alphabetical diaries. Okay, so I didn't even notice till today that each chapter, so there's C, D, and then not only does each chapter start with the next letter, but every sentence starts with an E.
That's insane.
In the chapter. So like she went through all her journals and rearranged the sentences that all start with E and made it to make sense.
That's fucking insane.
I know. I'm so excited to... Oh my god, there's one line for Q. I think X is the only one she skipped. Q is one line and Z is like half a page. So I'm stoked to read this. And it's only a little over 200 pages. So I think this is doable. Now I'm excited, so I'm motivated to finish this. But we'll see if my shower wakes me up. I'll probably be asleep before I finish this, but we'll see. Regardless, I will update tomorrow of all the things I may or may not accomplish tonight. So good night for now, and hopefully we wake up at a decent time. Right now we are at 5 hours and 44 minutes left of the first 12 hours. I should do another 12 hours.
I have 6 hours and 59 minutes left because I'm mature and I need to start off.
That's okay. 99% of the guys in this world will never do a 12-hour readathon.
I'm not like other guys.
Exactly. Alright, good night. I will give you some accurate details tomorrow. I promise I won't lie about my timing and everything. I'm gonna keep it all in
Don't
track.
worry, I'm here. I'll make sure.
You're my witness.
Doesn't lie to you guys.
I'm probably gonna sleep soon though. Who knows, when I shower I might get like a surge of energy. I did have an energy drink, so.
And I'm doing an interpretive dance.
Do an interpretive dance and sing at the top of my lungs some throwback Disney Channel music.
She'll get her zoomies.
Happens like every other night. Okay, good night. Good morning. It's 11 a.m. I had breakfast and I also finished Deep End. I also ripped my nails out and watched some Modern Family. I woke up at 6 and then I read to page 400 and then went to sleep and then finished the last like 30 something pages. And I'm gonna give it a strong 4 stars. I really liked everything I said I liked. I got really annoyed by Penelope at times, especially at the end, but I think she redeemed herself well. She had a genuine apology prepared. I like the epilogue. The epilogue was cute, but I don't think it was necessary. It's really rare for me to find an epilogue necessary, to be honest. There were a lot of funny moments. I didn't mind it being as long as it was. I know a lot of people are complaining about it being a little too long, and I could see that for sure, and I could also see why people hate this book, but I mean, it wasn't an all-time new favorite romance, and it wasn't 5 stars, but I really enjoyed it a lot more than I expected. I was really nervous to see what Allie Hazelwood would do with all the kinky stuff, but it wasn't too much. And the 50 Shades thing, the whole like, oh, it's so 50 Shades, it only happened 3 times. I thought it was gonna be all throughout, like every time she and Penn had an interaction. I thought that was what was gonna happen with that, but fortunately, that's not the case. There were some parts of the swimming and diving stuff that I didn't really care to read about, but the audiobook definitely helped, and I liked that it was part of the plot because, you know, there's that opportunity of Lucas being proud of her and her being proud of herself, of seeing what she's capable of despite her past and despite what her head keeps telling her. I really like this. I'm actually excited again to read more Allie Hazelwood because it's been a while since I picked up any of her books, since I DNF'd Check and Mate, but oh wait, no, was Bride after Check and Mate? I can't remember, but Bride I gave 3 stars, so I'm happy that we got another 4-star. I'm hoping Love Theoretically is 5 stars, but I also definitely still want to try Love on the Brain and Not in Love, even though I don't have high hopes for Not in Love. But anyway, we're gonna do a fun fact about Sweden, because there are quite a bit. So they have like a treehouse hotel, but also an ice hotel. I think I knew about the ice one. Sweden is the birthplace of inventions like the pacemaker, computer mouse, and even Spotify. verify. Sweden is a leader in recycling with over 99% of its waste recycled or burned for energy. So that's cool of them. We are down to 15. Oh, I never paused it. You know what? I don't even care. I just paused it now. 15 hours and 30 minutes. We probably lost like 30 minutes, but whatever. There were times when I forgot to hit play too. So really, how accurate is this timer? I don't know. There's no way I'm going to be reading 15 and a half hours today anyway. So we're just going to call it a fail, but we're also just prioritizing reading all day because we've got nothing to do. So I am going to move on to Alphabetical Diaries. I'm so excited. This is going to be so interesting. I feel like I'm going to color in this book. Like, this book is going to be dripping with highlighter. I feel like there's going to be so many good quotes. Like, just this little thing on the back, I already know I'm going to love it. Pure Color, I gave, I think, 4 stars. I honestly couldn't even tell you what happened in Pure Color. I feel like I'm getting it mixed up in my head with the Skunks, like that lit fic book. But anyway, I'm excited for this. I'm going to start it. I'm using this autumnal bookmark, this mustard yellow highlighter, and we're just going to freaking read. Hopefully I finish this in like no time at all because it has 213 pages. It seems like a quick book, but also I feel like I'm gonna be trying to internalize all the writing because this is just brilliant. Like, how does someone just decide to do this? And I feel like this is so, like, no one's talked about this besides Destiny. I've never seen anyone on BookTube or Bookstagram talk about this. So, hell yeah. It's probably gonna be so underrated. I'm gonna be like, why is nobody reading this? But here's your sign. Actually, wait for my review because what if it sucks? I don't know what's wrong with me. I keep falling asleep. I literally slept for a total of 3.5 hours today, nap-wise. I could have finished 2 more books. I am 56 pages into Alphabetical Diaries, and I'm loving it. This is one of the most brilliant books I've had the privilege to read, and I'm not even 100 pages in yet. It's not like there are good quotes on every page that resonate with me. There are some in the beginning, like every couple pages, but regardless, the creation process of it, unlike anything I've ever seen, truly. It blows my mind how every single sentence starts with the same letter of that chapter. It could be 5 stars just for that. But yeah, the goal is to finish this, and every time I say that, I don't do that, but I'm hoping to finish this and at least 1 more book for the month of March. Not even today, but even if I finish it tomorrow, even if it's a really short book. There was a photo I took and posted on Instagram a few days ago that had a stack of books and Amid Clouds and Bones, which I DNF'd. And I actually read every book in the stack except Lore of the Wilds, which I'm like, I think 40 pages into or something like that. So I could continue that. I don't even know if I still have the audiobook. I don't know. It was reading pretty fast, so it doesn't really matter. It's due in 4 days. I think I'm giving up on Kayla's buzzword cover challenge unless I finish Lore of the Wilds because that has a book on the cover, but I'm not worried about it. I am just glad that every book I read in this vlog thus far was 4 or 5 stars. Like, that's crazy. That rarely ever happens for me. So yeah, I'm excited for April. It's gonna be so busy, but at the same time, I'm not excited for April because of that same reason. Like, I'm already stressed about it. Sorry, the window's open. There's so much going on outside. But yeah, in April, like every weekend, there's something happening. Every week, there's at least 1 day where I have an appointment or some sort of plan or book event or whatever. So it'll be a fun time. It's gonna be a lot. It's also weird that I haven't edited at all this weekend because I would love to get a vlog up tomorrow. I'm sitting at my desk now. I have an iced coffee. I have a nice cute lo-fi on. Look at this. It's called Dreamy Lo-Fi Coffee. That's the channel name. It's so cute. So hopefully, I mean, I'm definitely gonna stay up now, but hopefully I can just like lock in and finish this. We are at 14 hours or something. I'm failing the challenge. I'm still gonna keep track of time and pages and everything, but yeah, sorry. This is why I don't like the stop and start timer method, because I procrastinate too much. I like the feeling of the time ticking at all times, the entire time. Why? The entire duration of the 24 hours. I kept saying time and it was messing with my head. I don't know why I keep trying to do this method. I kind of hate it. And it's really just like regular reading since you're doing it in like multiple days. I don't know. Regardless, I am going to sit here and finish this book. Okay, I don't know why it hit me 78 pages in that every sentence is in alphabetical order. That's what it says. Put the sentences in a spreadsheet and sorted them alphabetically. The sentences are in alphabetical order. Like I laughed sentences, and they all start with I laughed, and then it's I lay down in my bed, I lay very still, and then it's all these I like sentences, and those are in alphabetical order. That's fucking crazy. This probably took like 10 years straight to fucking create. That's insane. And I don't know why I didn't think this would be considered nonfiction. I guess that makes sense because it's from her diaries, but I didn't know if she was like making a different story or like changing names around or whatever. But it's like a memoir. It's categorized as nonfiction memoir in Goodreads. So we're gonna go with that. So this is my first nonfiction book of 2025. Amazing. I'm so shook. Hi! We are going to do this face mask. It's a ghost face mask, sheet face mask from Twisted Retreat. I love them. So we're gonna do this. And I have my face towel. I hope you didn't use this for anything.
Yeah, I wipe my balls with it.
Can you?
Just give me things to edit out.
I have a stupid little friend on my chin. Stupid! Alright, let's see. I'm scared.
Is that Ghostface?
It better look like Ghostface.
Is it a whole thing that you put over your...
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just one of those eye ones.
Oh, fuck. I'm gonna be upset if it doesn't look like Ghostface. Oh my god, it doesn't. I guess I'm gonna look like Ghostface because it's...
more like Leatherface.
It's okay.
Looks like Leatherface.
We still love Twisted Retreat.
Okay, it's not... Oh, your eyes cracked.
I'm trying. I can't figure out.
There you go. So stupid.
Oh my god, it's so slimy. Damn, I was really expecting to look like Ghostface. Ew, it's like in my mouth. I'm so bad with skincare, y'all. Like, what am I doing with my life? Ew. Cute. Alright. Apparently it's only for 15 minutes. Ugh, it keeps sliding. Why is this so difficult? Cute.
I'm taking the notes in White's class today. I cut.
Hey, we watched Lisa Frankenstein. It was so much fun. I am on the P chapter in the Alphabetical Diaries. I'm really liking it. It's definitely very stream of consciousness.
Sorry.
It's okay. He was literally cleaning up my plate and he's saying sorry. It's very stream of consciousness. It makes sense because it's alphabetical. Okay, I don't know how to explain this. So she has a friend named Lemons, okay? So in the L chapter, she just has a whole section that starts with that person's name. So it makes sense because it's like everything about that person is sectioned off because it's alphabetical. You know what I mean? Like same thing with mom. Like she kept talking about mom. And so there was a whole, I don't know, almost page about just her mom. But it makes sense because it's all the same subject matter, even though the sentences...
It's like focusing on one topic at a time.
Yeah, even though this... But, like, also not, because when it comes to, like, characters, yeah. But then there's also, like, I statements, so all the I statements are in one place. And then within the I statements, you have, like, what she loves, what she's realizing, what she's thinking. You know what I mean? And then, if nothing else, there's the repetition that makes it poetic. All the sentences that start with like my. I don't know how to explain it, but it's brilliant. It's just so good. Like I was saying, even though the sentences themselves don't make sense one after the other, they make sense because they're all about the same thing or they're saying similar things. It's great. This is the best memoir ever. I mean, technically, is it a memoir? I'm 140 pages in. We're gonna play a game of Scrabble and then probably go to sleep. And I failed the 24-hour readathon really fucking hard, but that's okay because I finished The Fall Risk, Liminal Zone, and Deep End, and then this I'm gonna finish before March is over because we're continuing this vlog until tomorrow since it is the 31st tomorrow. So I failed the 24 hours, but I'm not failing this cramming vlog because not only have I read many pages, I'll do my calculations for pages probably at the end of the vlog. I'll count tomorrow's pages too, just because, I don't know, this is a mess. But not only did I finish a lot of pages and books from start to finish, but they were all 4 or 5 stars, and this one's no exception. I'm just like not ready for April. All right, we're gonna go play Scrabble because we're obsessed. Good night. Hi, it is 9:30 p.m. Sorry the lighting's all weird. I'm trying to block this light with my head. I have read 10 pages today. this morning. Well, no, that's a lie. That was 10 physical pages of Alphabetical Diaries. I started the audiobook for How Can I Help You by Laura Sims because this is due at the library soon. I wasn't sure if I still wanted to read this. I forgot who I first heard about this from, and then I just put it on my radar. And then like fairly recently, my friend Kat from Bambina Katarina read this for a vlog. I think it was like a 24-hour readathon vlog, and it like reminded me that I wanted to read this because it does take place at a library, but I think it's like a slower thriller. And it says the lives of two librarians become dangerously intertwined in this razor-sharp exploration of human nature and the lure of artistic obsession. Sounds great. Love artistic obsession. If you didn't know, I do work at a library, so all of this in the first 22 pages, all of the things that she's talking about when it comes to like what it's like working at a library and all the interesting people you encounter at libraries, pretty fucking accurate. So I feel like this is gonna be a fun one to read. It's due in a few days, so hopefully I can speed through the audiobook on my drives to and from work. I haven't been in the audiobook mood lately. That's why I've only listened to like 9% of the book, even though I had a 40-minute drive. I just wanted to switch to music. It's only like an 8-hour audiobook, so hopefully I can finish this week. Obviously not in this vlog because it's the last day of this vlog, the last day of the month, the last day of a cramming vlog, and I have to finish Alphabetical Diaries. It is 9:30 because I was editing and uploading my Keep It or Kick It vlog episode 3 finally, so we gotta crank out another 50 pages, give or take some, so hopefully that flies by because I am getting a little bit tired. I'm gonna shower actually to hopefully wake myself up a little bit, and then I'll end this vlog probably tomorrow morning and then start a fresh one for April 1st. Which I have no idea what to do for, but it'll probably be another mood reading vlog. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna talk to you later. Bye. Ooh, let's focus. Hi, hey. I definitely started a new vlog without ending this vlog. So here I am, ending this vlog. I finished Alphabetical Diaries last night. I gave it 5 stars, but for craftsmanship. I think enjoyment level wise, I think it's 4 stars. Especially towards the end, it started getting too stream of consciousness for me and not enough quotes that resonated. Granted, it is like very, you know, just, I want to say like raw footage, but like unfiltered writing where she is just taking from her diaries, right? As it says in the synopsis. But in the beginning, there were a lot of longer sentences that resonated with me. I don't know how else to say it. If that makes sense, like the way that this book was crafted, created, put together, the concept of it, all of that, 5 stars. And it was written well, it was done well, and the fact that it was in alphabetical order will never cease to blow my mind. But yeah, that's the end of this vlog. Oh, I forgot to calculate my pages. 29th, the 30th, and the 31st. 617 plus 263 plus 110. Oh my god, I was 10 pages away from 1,000. Well, oh no, I was gonna say I started another book, but I think I counted it. I was 10 pages away from 1,000. That's fucking annoying. Oh well, 990. Sorry for... I know I always have to have an apology in all my vlogs. Sorry for the failed 24-hour readathon attempt, but the important thing is we have our health and we got a decent amount of reading done, and they were all 4 and 5 stars. So love that. And we're off to April and all the April endeavors. If you made it to the end of this video, let's put like a swimming or water emoji of some sort to represent Deep End. Oh, in this vlog, I read The Liminal Zone 2, gave that 5 stars. Deep End, I gave that 4 stars. Alphabetical Diaries, I gave that 5 stars. And I feel like, wasn't there another book? Oh, The Fall Risk, I also gave that 5 stars. So it was a really good vlog in terms of ratings and amount of reading and focus time, and it was a good vlog. Editing wise and like footage wise, that's a whole different ballpark. But put a waterish emoji to represent Deep End. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you had a great reading month, a 5-star reading month if you will. Hope you had a 5-star day. Don't forget to do some self-care, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.